So I realize I'm stepping into a minefield. I just wanted to say, yes, Hitler is most definitely evil. I'm also not trying to troll people. There's a real message, so please watch the whole video. I've heard this more times than I can remember. Some person gets asked, what would you do if you had a time machine? That person answers with zero hesitation. Oh, I would go back in time and kill baby Hitler. Some of you might not get it yet, so let's jump into a bit of history. Hitler had a relatively normal life growing up. Well, his dad was a bit of a skirt chaser. He first married a rich older woman, then he married his young new mistress, and finally his cousin, Clara Perzel, who became Hitler's mother. My 4 years of high school German was finally useful. I probably still pronounced that wrong though. His dad was also tough on young Hitler, but that kind of parenting wasn't so uncommon back then. When he was 18, Hitler went to Vienna to take an exam for art school. He failed, twice. Later that year, his mother died. Alone, Hitler spent his early 20s in the streets and homeless shelters of Vienna. He was first exposed to and influenced by racist rhetoric there. It likely stuck with him because he was a vulnerable youth with little outside support. He had lost his younger brother in childhood to measles, and both his parents had died by this point. Then World War I happened, and Hitler was a model soldier, earning an Iron Cross for his services. World War I was a gray war compared to World War II. There wasn't a side that clearly had the moral high ground. Yet the Treaty of Versailles was particularly tough on Germany, blaming them solely for the war. Excessive reparations, in addition to protective tariffs against Germany by other countries, led to hyperinflation. Also, they had typos back in the 1910s too, apparently. People with wheelbarrows of German marks could not buy a single loaf of bread. This state of vulnerability led to the rise of fascism and Hitler. So that was an interesting story, but why is this important? Well, I'm hoping you can see it's less a story about the individual. It was the people who were led astray by Hitler. Hitler was just a shiny decal on the fascist truck. But why did the German people sit in the back seat of this maniac driver? Is it because they're inherently evil? No, every person is capable of evil. The truth is the German people were hurt, starving, and generally miserable. In that moment of weakness, Hitler promised them a brighter future. It's important that basic human needs are met before we are capable of empathy, compassion, and just being decent human beings. So, the way I see it, Hitler isn't the real problem. Some other fascist leader would have just taken his place if he was assassinated by a time traveler. Killing baby Hitler is even worse. It's not like babies can be inherently evil. What babies ever do to you? Like, why would you ever hurt a baby? They're beautiful, pure, angels. Okay, maybe not. But don't hurt babies, they can't help it. So I'm going to try and draw something positive out of the generally sucky situation of World War II. We can learn from the past and avoid the same mistakes. I think it's especially important right now in the USA.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
People focus so much on Trump. Yes, he is a shady businessman that came from wealth, a washed-up reality TV star that unites people with hate and fear, and a person pretty disconnected from reality. But it isn't about Trump. It's about his supporters. We need to treat people with more respect and compassion. I honestly die a little every time I see a person shaming a Trump supporter as uneducated or a racist. That's why I usually avoid looking at controversial comment sections. It's all just a waste of time, or it divides us further. But all is not lost. Take the example of Megan Phelps Roper. She used to be in the Westboro Baptist Church and recently had a brilliant TED Talk where she explains why she left. She didn't leave because she was shunned by others or bullied into submission. She left because she connected with and had human conversations and debates with people online. Respectful and genuine discussion seems to be the best way forward. So if you ever get a time machine, please don't go back and kill baby Hitler. If you still want to save the world, then attack the source of the problem. Get the Versailles Treaty revised and set more humane conditions for the losers of World War I. Also, bring them the internet, smartphones, and the concept of the current global economy. If you take one thing away from this video, it's to be nice to people. Don't let them walk all over you, but, be genuine. If everyone had food, roofs over their heads, meaningful opportunities, and plenty of memes, we'll have world peace and we can solve aging and the heat death of the universe together.
Gay!
Well, that was an interesting ride. Hope you share this video the next time you hear someone say they're gonna kill baby Hitler. If you liked it, subscribe, stick around, I've got more coming at you soon.